and your local Mazda dealer.
And Manly, from the Endeavour field last week, a top game of football. I won't tell you the result for those of you that aren't aware of it, but you will enjoy it. Sit back and relax.
Endeavour field have been 11 matches. Manly have won 8, Cronulla 3. Barry Ross on the sideline. A very strong breeze, Barry.
Yes, definitely a strong breeze favouring Manly. A southwesterly wind, and it's going to play a big role in this game.
Blowing diagonally down the field from the near right corner to the far left corner. Manly in possession. Edie putting that straight downfield of Malone. Bounces on its point. He's ringed around. No way through Broadhurst. 10 metres outside Cronulla's quarter. Byrne. There's Boyd there. Pulls Byrne's jumper over his head. Rick Burke. Experienced winger, midfield. Khan. Dane Sorensen. Star of the match against Eastern Suburbs last week. Khan. And the fifth tackle. David Hatch. About a metre from halfway. We've got a touch judge in already. It'll be to talk to Terry Randall about a tackle, I believe. Pulich there too. There's a scrum win to Manly. Gibbs sights a little opening. Thompson, Dorahy, and loses the ball forward, and that's bad football from Dorahy early on. Slipped a pass that was no way it was going to be taken. Jarvie runs into dynamite there in the shape of Les Boyd. Took him chest high. Good strong run there from Rex Williams up over halfway. And a penalty. Holding down the tackle player. And I want to see the referee doing that all day long. Yes, he's going to kick for touch. Probably not sure that he can kick it dead even if he missed it. Now then, pressure for Manly. 10 metres out. And good defence. Randall not taking the dummy. Beckett through. Hatch. About 5 metres away. Haddock switches it back across the ruck to Khan. And stood there momentarily looking for a ball runner. Rex Williams. Haddock. Wakefield. Well tackled by Thompson. And his second first-grade game, Mark Wakefield, that right, bro?
Yes, last week against East was his first, although he did come on in against Balmain the week before that, but this is his first full game.
Well, the tackle player dropped the ball. I think it was David Hatch. And the scrum. And again, says the referee. And another scrum went to Manly. Walker standing out wide. Phillips doing a great job against Beckett at this stage. 4-0 the scrums. Gibbs kicking tactically. Not going to find touch. Or is it? Oh, yes, it is. Assisted by Jarvie, but the breeze was always taking it over there. A measure of the breeze is the way the papers and streamers are blowing around on the field over there. You can see them fairly clearly from right to left. And a differential penalty to Manly, incorrect feed against Haddock. Terry Randall playing his 199th first-grade game for the Manly club today. And Tom Mooney, 150 first-grade games with Manly, plus 60-odd with South, so it's a splendid tally. Gibbs. Boyd puts it down on the first tackle. That's bad news. Cronulla, to compound the injury, come up with the ball. Williams Just outside his quarter. There's Beckett. Gerard, the tackler. Sorensen. Kahn. Ball goes out quickly to Wakefield. Dane Sorensen. Powering his way forward. About 15 metres from halfway. Paddock. Little grubber kick, and it's a good one. Up to halfway. Greg Pearce, as if he was having a little bit of a prayer there. I shouldn't think he's got terribly much to worry about at the moment. And a collapsed scrum against Manly. And a loose arm. And the differential penalty. That's the signal, that pumping action. So there's no confusion with that or a penalty for illegal play, which could conceivably draw a kick at goal. Sorensen. Rogers picks up the dregs. Quick acceleration. Now Cronulla line deep. Paddock. One-handed to Dane Sorensen. Manly looking just a touch vulnerable around the ruck. Wakefield. Kahn. Defence overrun. The supports overrun him. The blind side. Hatch with a very hard pass out to Gardner. He would to take that. Oh, there's a knock on. Clumsy bit of football. David Hatch responsible for that. It's another scrum win. I think that's 4-2 in 4-1. They've had a penalty, that's right, from the scrum they won. Williams, 20 metres out from Manly's line. No score in the game. And Sorensen. Very physical game at the moment. Very much power play in the forwards from both sides. Rogers. A little toe poke. It's a try. I think David Hatch might be the man that came up with it. We shall see. Well, he's the one that's being patted on the back, so the bomb goes in the air. The head-on shot will show a lot more, one would think. Well, David Hatch came up with the ball from Graham Eady's inability to control it. Now see whether Eady was knocked. They came up over the top of him. Fair enough. The lane was the player that probably interfered a little bit with Eady, but Hatch was there to pick up the dregs. So that's a good one to score early, and in that position, over 1,000 points for Cronulla in a career of 8 years. Takes the kick, and it's another 2. So then, Cronulla, after 15 minutes of play, lead 5 points to 0. Hard driving kick by Dorohey. I think that was touched by Jarvie. No. Touch judge didn't give any indication to referee Gosha. Tap restart from the quarter. Ball Kahn. Pruitt showing any signs of wear and tear, Barry Ross?
No, he's still out there working hard, talking to his teammates as usual. He seems to have overcome that knock on the shoulder.
Paddock working the blind side. Hatch back inside. Rogers. Kahn again. It's a bad pass. Manly shouldn't get that. They do. Dorohey. I think the ball slipped out of his hands more than anything. Broadhurst. Just inside Cronulla's quarter. Gibbs. There's Boyd. Oh, very good inroad. Strong, and gets a pass away that's put it down. Picked up by Jarvie. Comes back upfield with a good strong run of about 25 metres he ran. Didn't make all that much forward progress. It's a bit of a waste if Boyd's going to make those busts. The pass to Williams. Paddock putting it together. Bit of a punch thrown then by Broadhurst. Beckett, Haddock, Wakefield, across Khan, nicely back inside to Burke, 6 to go. He's evaded one tackle into a midfield situation on his own. Good defence there from Gerard. Haddock, Rogers. 8 metres into Manly's half. Beckett, Sorensen, Hatch. Beckett, a good sprint. Haddock, Wakefield, inside the 5, the attacking side. I wish they'd give this rule away. I wish they'd stop exercising it.
Particularly then, because the Manly centres are off 2 or 3 rucks before that end during that play.
I think it's an act of lunacy to incorporate a control of a rule that's been let go for so long. Eadie hasn't featured in any of the runs into the back line that he did against South Sydney last week. And after 21 minutes, one would have thought he'd have tried to inject himself into the back line somewhere.
Yes, particularly winning all the scrums and also running with the wind.
Significantly, Max Krilich hasn't had a run. Whether that... There's Mooney's got himself through the first line, the second line. And it's a great run from the veteran winger. To his feet now. Krilich, Gibbs, now Eadie's got a chance. Hurdles one player. Looks a little bit ungainly on that knee, as if he's a little bit apprehensive about it to me. Broadhurst. Nicely to Boyd. And then out to Simon Booth. Steps and comes back on the inside. Gibbs waving to his players, telling him to get back deeper. Gerard. Gibbs. Gibbs managed to get it to Booth. Throws it anywhere. Comes up to Rogers. That's a silly pass to throw. Panic stations. Gardner. And then the Khan. Sorensen. Play 12 metres outside Cronulla's quarter. Beckett. Sorensen. Broadhurst the tackle. Haddock. Wakefield. Byrne. Gardner, nice step and straighten. Rick Burke. Now the last tackle coming up. Watch for the Haddock kick. No. Wakefield. Rogers. Byrne. And a top tackle there from Simon Booth. And that's the 6. 5-0. Cronulla lead. We've had 24 minutes of play. This telecast brought to you by Mazda and your local Mazda dealer. Haddock to feed. Cronulla ball. Malone was in there, the fullback. Wakefield's got a little acceleration. And he was well inside the 5, was Hatch. If they're going to be consistent, they've got to do it all the time. Haddock, the dummy. Caught by one leg, had Rogers running off him, couldn't unload the pass. Rix Williams. Cronulla playing very tradesman-like football. Haddock, Khan. Dane Sorensen, back to Khan. Big fella Cyclone opening up the middle, gets to the quarter. Broadhurst belts him to the ground. Rogers, little chip over the top. Mooney takes that well. And comes out about 10 metres.
Wiseman coming in now. There was another player fell as he went to after that Rogers kick. He's on the ground still over on the far side of the field.
Well, let's have a look at it. See if we can pick it up. I think he's taken a dive in the head-on. I wouldn't think there was much in the way of body contact there. Anyway, the penalty's gone to Cronulla. Dane Sorensen belts his way forward. He's very, very close, only about a couple of feet away. David Hatch trying his luck there. The penalty against Manly if they don't get off the fallen player. Wakefield. Burns, a try on here if they use it correctly. Gardner stood up in the tackle, stretches. Burke goes to dummy half. He'll have a go on his own, but he's not going to get there through that wall of Manly players. Their defence is okay at the moment. Dive pass. Dane Sorensen through the gap. Beckett running from him. And there's the referee indicating last tackle. Haddock, little kick over the top. And another penalty for a bit of stupidity by a Manly player.
Yeah, Jeff Gerard interfered with Haddock as he put that kick up, and
we'll see it again. It was a bit of stupidity. Haddock wasn't hurt in any way, but he deserved to get the penalty. Watch the kick. It was a smack across the face. The very successful Steve Rogers from directly in front, 62 goals from 92 attempts, success rate 67.4%. He's also second leading try scorer, up until last week anyway, with 11. And there's a scoreline that shows that Cronulla are coming away with a very handy lead of 7 points to 0. Dorahy. Drives that hard, hit on the foot. Hatch, I think it was, then to Jarvie. 10.5 minutes, perhaps 11 minutes to half-time. Cronulla going about their job in a very professional way, not taking any chances. Moving the ball well.
And that was the theme of the pre-match talk by Greg Pearce. There's no mistake football. Take yardage as it comes, and let's not do anything stupid.
Malone. Jarvie, Williams. It's a bad pass, kicked along the ground. It could be a try to Manly. It will be. Little Johnny Gibbs has picked up the only mistake really they've made, and that's a solo effort of some consequence. In the light of what you were just talking about, Barry, that is insanity, wasn't it? I think
always
Williams tried to do a one-handed pass.
Yes, and as soon as I said it, that's when he did it.
Well, watch it again. You'll see this now. He didn't need to do anything. Gets the pass from Jarvie, stands there, he's tackled. All he had to do was take the tackle, but a one-handed pass away. Little Gibbs, like a little terrier dog, scurried in and scored the try. Beautiful. And from head-on, or from the rear end, now we switch back to the head-on shot. This is the value of Johnny Gibbs to the Manly side. Graham Eadie from a metre out from the touchline, from the quarter line, and 5 metres in from the sideline. Across the breeze, this will swing fairly dramatically away to the right. To your left as you're watching. There it goes. Oh, what a goal from the sideline, as they say. Cronulla 7, Manly 5, and 9 minutes to half-time. Any sign of any wear and tear down there, Barry, with any player showing an injury that might have him changed?
No, I think they'll both go to half-time as they are.
There's a very clean heel to Beckett. Catch. Burke. Boyd. The tackler on top, earning Burke's ire. Beckett. Dane Sorensen busts one tackle, loses the ball. Well, I reckon that went forward. The referee says play on. Haddock. Hatch. Broadhurst, the defender. Haddock. Rogers, run around. Hit hard but not put down. Oh, Randall coming in to do a tackle then suddenly was confronted. Sorensen's got a bit to say.
This was his ball, Sorensen thought. One of his teammates got in the way.
Eadie busts one tackle. Straightens up. Going quite well. Got it to Dorahy. Dorahy's looking for support. He's got the flying Thompson out there now. Mooney back inside to Thompson. Thompson was called. They called for the ball. Hatch on the inside, and he nearly gave him the pass. Now Manly line very deep. Dorahy Boyd elects to go on his own. Still Manly line deep, ready to attack through the three quarters. Broadhurst. Krilic gives the acceleration. Long past the Booth and Booth in. That's a good try. Right wide out. And little Johnny gives a great deal of acceleration there, but let's give a lot of credit to Graham Eadie on the other side of the field before this play starts. Now there's the acceleration of the little man to give a lovely pass to Booth, who got the ball down, make no bone about that. There was no suggestion of going into the corner post until the ball was well and truly grounded. Gibbs, Booth, the tackle of Burke was effective, then goes the corner post with the body of Burke. So a turnaround of the game just before half-time. Manly hit the front for the first time, 8-7. The kick-at goal from Eadie to follow. Eadie from a foot inside the sideline and about a yard further out than the quarter. There's a look at it. The breeze should take this a little bit from left to right. It doesn't. Well, it does towards the end, but he aimed well to the left to allow for it. The score remains as it was. Manly 8, Cronulla 7, a minute and a half to half-time. Rogers kicks off in a different fashion on this occasion. The ball's going to go over the dead ball line. They've perfected a type of kick-off which frequently gets them the ball back from halfway kick-off. Well, the error situation has evened out. Cronulla 8, Manly 8. Number of times each side's given the ball back to the opposition. And Barry Ross, it's significant to note that both the Manly tries have come from Cronulla errors.
Yes, the first one when Williams dropped it, and then Sorensen lost the ball that time.
Well, I don't think really Sorensen can be blamed for losing it. Randall intercepted a pass, didn't he, really?
Yes, that's right.
But two significant errors.
Well, that's what Greg Pearce was talking about before the game, to cut these errors out, and both times that it's made an error, Manly have come up with a try.
30 seconds to go. That's a bad pass from Gerard. Well picked up by Boyd. Broadhurst. Gibbs. Thompson. The clock says 15 seconds to half-time. Gibbs changes direction completely. Still going. Managed to get a pass away. Play on says the referee as Broadhurst scoops it up. Out to Randall. Time is up. The hooter will go now. There's the hooter, and at the half-time break we've got a scoreline that reads Manly 8, Cronulla Sutherland 7. And away they go for the second half. Manly running from left to right. Cronulla receiving the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if the tactics from Cronulla were to get the ball the heck down the other end of the field as quickly as possible. They've got the breeze favouring them. It's blowing crossfield pretty much, but favouring Cronulla slightly. Barry Ross has been in both dressing rooms. The story.
Well, Ray Ritchie was a bit concerned about that scrum possession late in the half. He pointed out that his side had won the first 4, but he wanted more ball, and they spoke about that at length, and also that they've got to control the ball and defend a bit better, and of course be aware of the kick. And you were right, Greg Pearce is going to take advantage of this win, particularly from this side of the field, and play the game down in Manly's half, and he wants his forwards to take yardage again, that expression he uses, but that just means no mistake football. And the first thing he spoke about at half-time was those 2 mistakes that cost 2 tries.
Well, there's the Cronulla tactics in evidence. Rogers with a kick, a gain of about 45 metres, with a very well-judged kick that bounced in a touch on the first bounce. And the Krilic statistic, as Beckett comes up with that scrum win, 146 from 258, success rate 56.6. Hatch from dummy half. Khan, Sorensen, busts one tackle, and he's a powerful man. Now Haddock, Wakefield, Gardner. It's a good tackle from Booth. Byrne runs from dummy half, gets into the quarter, and he's going to be penalised for passing it after the tackle. The referee had called tackle. And that's the reason for that penalty. Dorohey still unsigned by Manly for next year. Barry Ross, I think they're waiting to see how he goes in the last couple of matches of this season.
Well, that's right. He's a great player when he's in form and fit and so on, and that's what Manly are doing. On that point, Rex, I see that they've signed Ray Brown already for next year.
Yes, Brown signed on a 2-year incentive scheme, same as Les Boyd was last week. There's Walker. Strong run up the blind side. Gibbs, Quillich, Thompson, Dorohey, Eadie's through the gap and sprinting nicely. Back to Booth. Booth wrapped up well with a good head-on tackle. That was Mullane, whose defence has been pretty solid the last few matches. Thompson, Gerard, Gibbs accelerating, caught by the collar, evades it, gets it back inside to Boyd. Boyd to Quillich. Quillich a long one out to Davis. Davis there. It's gone, hard put down there on Broadhurst. The referee calling a halt to it. Broadhurst was trying desperately to unload and was belted down. 8-7, Manly lead. Had 6 minutes of the second half. Scrum situation, 7-6 in Manly's favour. The penalty situation, 6-5 in Cronulla's favour. There's a penalty against Manly for collapsing the scrum. Now what's the signal with the left arm? As he points to the... There it is, differential. There can be a kick at goal from something that happens in a scrum. If it's a foul play, something of that nature, the referee now has to signify for the fans' use, for the fans' knowledge, that the penalty was differential. In other words, an infringement of law. Williams. Oh, beautiful flick of the pass to Beckett, then out to Haddock. Haddock runs crossfield, trying to link with Gardner. Straight goes on his own. Still going. Manly have not put him down. The little fellow made a lot of ground. Cronulla player down at the moment, Barry Ross.
I think it's Hatcher Williams.
Yeah, Byrne, crossfield and well tackled. There was a good solid contact from Randall there around the thighs. Rogers. Khan. Manly players hanging to him like a limpet, still not down, the gigantic man that he is. Dane Sorensen, only about 5 metres away from the Manly line.
Another player was Roland Beckett, the hooker.
Rogers, up goes the bomb. This is pressure. Oh, Rogers! Rogers has kicked it and caught it. An incredible try from this freak of a footballer. And everybody applauding that. See it again. Rogers, note the toe pointed high in the air to get the ball to go up, and now he comes streaming through. Eadie lost it completely. Did it hit the upright, the top of the upright? Barry Ross?
I didn't see it hit the upright, no.
It seemed to be going right over to the right, and then he changed direction, but that's a magnificent try by Rogers. Rogers. Third kick at goal. Third success. And a scoreline now that reads 12-8, Cronulla's way, as the streamers... Dorohey's kick, about 5 metres from the quarter line, Manly's end. Territorially, they've got problems. Broadhurst. One-handed pass, Gerard. Williams the tackler. Quillich. Oh, Thompson nearly put it down. And Max Quillich hasn't had a run on his own today, Barry Ross. That's strange.
Very unusual, yes.
Gibbs. Eadie. Gerard. Up to the quarter. Quillich. Oh, there he goes. Broadhurst got the pass well. Just flopped it off his shoulder. Gibbs. Thompson. Pass goes to Mooney. Has to fall on it. Last tackle. Boyd. Walker, Randall, no one to pass to. Back to Broadhurst. Then on to Dorohey. Nicely to Eadie. Eadie up to Mooney. Mooney tackled now. That was good football. Something out of nothing. Where are the Manly selectors? I'll be looking for total involvement from Eadie, Dorohey and Boyd in this last 25 minutes. 20 minutes. And the scrum went to Cronulla. There's Hatch by about halfway. Byrne. Gardner. Boyd's coming across in cover, and this is it. Gardner stepped back inside. Mullane's got him from forward pass. Goshen's got him from forward pass offside. Eadie stopped Gardner okay. Mullane overran the pass. Penalty to Manly, gets him off the hook. Now Dorohey again for touch, and the yards that he can make up the sideline are critical. They're having enough trouble into this breeze as it is. That's a fair kick. Time ticking away. 19 minutes to go. 12-8 Cronulla lead. 10 metres from halfway. Kulich. Gerard. Kulich. Dorohey. Rogers the tackler. Gibbs. Oh, he's like grease lightning, the little fella. That was a good tackle by Beckett. Gerard. Thompson. Broadhurst. Good ball and all tackle from Rogers, who's getting through a power of work.
Yes, he was leading the Cronulla tackle count half-time at 12.
Mooney did well to take that. Boyd. The dummy. Just over halfway. Last tackle. Broadhurst. Mooney. And again, good defence by Cronulla. It was 2 tries all, 3 goals to 1 in favour of Cronulla. Rogers 3 from 3. Manly win a scrum, first for a while. Gibbs runs from there. That's a good inroad. Scrum situation is 8 Cronulla, 8 Manly. The error situation, 11 Manly, 9 Cronulla. 17 minutes to go. Boyd. Nicely to Gibbs. Little fella hasn't stopped trying. Thompson. That's a Dorohey. Mooney rather luckily got that pass. And Dorohey throws a punch, which is a bit pointless. I think he was retaliating. Gerard back on the inside. He goes to Broadhurst, and then on to Eadie. Eadie and Thompson. It's a Waiter, Simon Booth, and he's in for a try beside the post. Oh yeah, what a try! It came really from the play of the ball that took place on this side of the field. At that point, Dorohey was busy throwing a punch, and Gerard stepped off his left foot, came inside Khan. There was Broadhurst's involvement. The quick pass back there to Eadie. Backing up was Thompson. Then a quick flick pass, virtually one-handed to Simon Booth, in beside the post. Now here it is again from head on. Now watch Gerard. A good step on the inside from the big prop. Finds the support. Broadhurst gave it back the way it was coming from. Eadie was backing up. Thompson was there. Simon Booth was there. And Booth in for the try despite the Jarvie tackle. Very important kick. With 15.5 minutes to go. Straight over, the Manly fans cheer, and Manly now have a 1-point lead, 13 to 12. Haddock put in, and that ball was helped out by the hand. That's why the referee is giving that particular signal. About 8 minutes to go. Manly leading by 13 to 12. Dorahy, the kick for touch. And that is a very good kick. Now, Kulich. Crisscross move. Gives it to Gerard, and he's very close to being right through there. Kulich. Thompson, little step. Thompson! Oh, he's only a metre away. Kulich might have a go from dummy half here. Oh, he unloaded to Boyd. Boyd to Gerard, he's in for an easy one. So easy. They just opened up. And he likes it. 16-12. It was a curious little pass from Kulich was the start of that. Watch it. Just sort of flopped it up, and Boyd did so nicely to put Gerard into the gap. Gerard doesn't score a great number of tries. He enjoyed that from head on. Now the Boyd pass was the one. The defence just non-existent. And they've been so watertight all day. Edie with kick number 4. He's only had 2 successes. He will be aiming at the right-hand upright. Is that the way you see it, Barry? You're directly in line.
Yes, right at the upright, the right-hand upright.
And it shaves the right-hand upright. And the score remains as it was, 16-12 in Manly's favour with 5.5 minutes to go. Now watch the way Rogers kicks off. If we can stay in tight on the kick, because he kicks the ball, well, I was going to say halfway up, but he didn't do it on that occasion, so I tried to second guess him. Mooney, a new lease of life. Went slowly to his feet after that one. Boyd, the dummy, and through. Very effective run. Gerard waving to his teammates. Now here he goes. Thompson, who's had a smooth game at 5'8". Gibbs, through the gap. Goes Gibbs. Dorahy's beside him. Looks for support. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson sprinting for the line. He'll go close. He's in. Alan Thompson in. And that's the ball game. Put out the glasses. Manly have come up with a solid no-nonsense win here today. Under the post he goes. From head on. Johnny Gibbs again involved up to his boot tops in that one. The Gerard pass. Thompson, beautiful backing up. Now look at Gibbs. He's had a blind and an aid. The change of direction, then on to Thompson, right back to his kangaroo form, and under the post despite the despairing dive. From head on, again, watch the footwork of Gibbs. Off that left foot, and there goes the big side step. Thompson showing a lot more pace than he had earlier this season, has run himself right into form, and that's his try, no doubt about that.